All right, let's try this again. Good Lord. Oh my God, you gotta love this shit, man. I swear if I had hair, I would pull it out. All right, here we go. All right, welcome to another episode of the Free for All Friday edition of the CM Show. I am your host, Christopher Markland, aka CM. I am an author, I am an entrepreneur, I am a lover of love, and everything that we do deals with relationships, love, and just all of that stuff that goes into interactions between men and women, or just relationships in general, whatever your particular type of relationship may be. Let's get into a little quick housekeeping stuff to make sure that, y'all know exactly what it is that we do. First things first, this is an adult show. So by watching this show, you agree that take a sip of my tea, that, you're not going to be offended by adult content, adult language. And if you are, then, you have the right to exit stage left or right. Just click the button to leave. Just want to make sure that everybody understands that. I will be talking about some stuff, and I may say some salty stuff that may offend you. And I just want to make sure that everybody understands that, hey, you know what? This ain't necessarily for me. All right. So first and foremost, I definitely want to make sure that everybody is aware of that. Okay. Real quick, make sure you link up with my sponsor, theblackcandlebox.com. What do I have going on tonight? I think I'm gonna rock that coconut mango tonight. So you can visit theblackcandlebox.com, use the promo code the CM Show, and you know what? I'm going to start doing that a little bit differently too. Anyway, visit theblackcandlebox.com, and I am rocking my favorite coconut mango tonight. So y'all see what we got on the side. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. And first up, let's get into the first topic that we have going on. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I got everything today. The first up is a youth football coach was killed. All right. This one right here really, really bugged the shit out of me because, y'all, first of all, shout out to the coach that was killed, dude by the name of Mike Hickman. It's one of those, you know what? Let's watch the video. Let's watch the video. It's a little bit traumatic. So again, that's one of the reasons, y'all. This is an adult show, so want to make sure that y'all aren't necessarily triggered by it.
Oh, man, it's over, bro. No, we wrong for that shit, bro. Please don't. This ain't respect each other. We wrong for that, bro, man. Hey, bro, we wrong for that
shit. Y'all, this one right here really, really bugged the shit out of me, because it's a whole bunch of different layers and levels involved in this one, right? Oh, and by the way, as y'all see, it's your boy. I'm holding it down solo tonight, so that means it's a dude show tonight. It means I don't have I normally try to have a female co-host. However, let me pause that clock real quick. However, this week I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hold it down tonight. I think I'm gonna have another host, maybe next week after. I'm gonna have to double check my calendar and see. However, so I'm gonna need my fellas to back me up tonight because we're gonna be, since it's just me, obviously it's gonna be a little bit man-centric. So, it's gonna be leaning definitely weighted towards a man's point of view. So ladies, if you want to jump in when we have the one-on-one, if you want to chop it up with me, we can do that. And fellas, or you can just leave the comments in the chat because y'all may not necessarily like my perspective, but as always, it's going to be a real one because, hey, I'm a dude and I'm going to think like a dude does. And I'm going to try to make sure that I voice the opinion of the men that are out there. So let's get back into it. And speaking of men, this one right here is what bothers me is that a lot of times, right? A lot of dudes, and at these Pee-wee football games, Pee-wee basketball, youth basketball, whatever. It's like the dads especially, but I see some moms out there too are basically living vicariously through their children. You know, they're basically, especially the dudes, are trying to relive their high school or you know their pro dreams through their children. And at the end of the day, stupid shit like this is what happens, because it's like this man is now dead. All right, the dude, like I said, Mike Hickman, is now dead because of some stupid shit that happens at a damn youth football game. All right, that's one thing. And then also, y'all, this is something else that happens as well. Hold on. God damn it! There we go. All right, man, that's kind of messed up. So the person that was alleged to have killed the gentleman, I'm gonna say allegedly because everybody deserves their day in court, right? He is the brother of an ex-NFL player. So now, even though the person that allegedly pulled the trigger, his name's Yaqub Talib, even though he's the one that pulled the trigger, his brother is now looped into it. Now, don't get me wrong. The brother is also alleged to be the one that either threw the first punch and then shit escalated to where shots were fired. I don't know the specifics of it. You know, as I'm reading it, doing my show prep for today, I did come across, you know, certain things. But I just want to say this, you know, and again, being that this is a man-centric show, fellas, you have got to be careful with who you hang around. All right, you have got to freaking be careful with who you hang around, and the reason for that is really and truly simple. It's one of those things where, you know, the people that you are hanging around are the people that you are going to be judged by. You know, we hear those stories, you know, you can't soar with eagles if you're hanging with turkeys, and the same thing happens. You know, the same vibe is also there is. If you are hanging with turkeys, then people are going to think, well, shit, he's a turkey too. If you hang with a bunch of knuckleheads and a bunch of dudes are always into some shit, then why would they think that you're any different? And even though you may be as innocent as they come and you just was just hanging with your homeboy, no. If you see, we instinctively know when somebody ain't up to is not up to snuff, as it were, right? They may be cool people, but if you know that you are trying to elevate, you're trying to move differently, you're trying to have a different standard, a different life, you cannot keep doing the same things and expect a different result. And then at the same time, you cannot keep hanging with the same people and expect, you know, to have a different result in your life as well. You can't have it both ways. All right, let's get into the next one. The next story is going to be FAMU Nude. Man, now a couple weeks ago, we had a story. And it was twerking. Damn, that chick's name was let me not say chick. That young lady's name was Terica as well. Now that I think about it, the young lady that was involved in this latest situation, her name is Terica Williams. And the situation with her is that she's getting ready to graduate from Florida A&M, FAMU, right? And she's a pretty young lady. That's for damn sure. She's a, very, very nice looking young lady. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's I love that afro. You see, it's on and popping. She is a very, very nice looking young lady. Let me stop. Sound like a damn perv. She's in her 20s. Anyway, the issue with her is that, okay, no, I could do that. The issue with her, and as you can see right here, I mean, she's proud of her body. The problem, however, is that she decided to do this. She took a nude photo in front of the mascot. It's a statue of the mascot of Florida A&M, which is the Rattlers, right? So she decided to take a nude photo, and it's artistic, don't get me wrong, but my issue with this is, and I probably should have done this too. My issue with this is that, y'all, there's a time and a place for everything. That's my first issue. There's a time and a place for everything. I get it. You're proud of your body. You like being nude, et cetera, et cetera. That's fine. In fact, this is a statement that she released. When did she drop this? It's not dated anyway. She said, anybody who knows me knows that I've been dressing provocative my whole life. There's a lot of assumptions that have come Is that came or come? Came to me accepting my body. A lot of people question my capabilities and intelligence. I don't know what the hell that has to do with your body. Anyways, solely based on how I choose to dress. As I am standing here with my master's degree at the tender age of 24, I am living proof that clothes do not define you. I encourage everybody to embrace their bodies and step outside of social norms. Y'all, I'm sorry, man. Just like the story that we had with the she was a state senator for Rhode Island. She went out there and she started twerking on the beach. And then after that, she turned it around to be like, oh, y'all need to support black women. And what else did she say as far as, support the LGBTQ plus community? And I'm like, one ain't got shit to do with the other. One has got absolutely nothing to do with the other. I am happy that this young lady is getting ready to graduate with her master's degree at 24. Proud of her, but that doesn't have shit to do with her posing nude in front of that statue. I'm sorry. 1 + 1 is not adding up. So I get what she's trying to say. I understand that. And also, let me say this. I am not body shaming in any shape, manner, or form. I am not body shaming her at all. She is by all means, she can do whatever she wants to with her body. All I'm saying is that there is a time and a place for everything. A couple months ago, it might even have been a year by now, we had a situation where, a bunch of women were twerking in a restaurant. And then it's like, that's my body. I can do what I want to. Man, it is your damn body. However, I promise you that the same people that are doing this wouldn't want nobody walking butt naked through their mama's house or through their parents' house or, through, their kids' daycare or some shit like that. There's a time and a place for everything. I am a big fan of nudity. Huge fan of nudity. I support single moms all over Metro Atlanta. I go to places such as, Magic City, Blue Flame, Strokers. I am a big fan of nudity. I am here for it. However, there is a time and a place for everything. And I do not believe that you going in front of that statue and posing nude, taking those pictures, and then getting upset. And then also, I know my clock is running out there. There's another layer to the story as well. Let me put this out here as well. Is when the heat started coming down to her, she then started making, I don't want to say it was a threat per se, but she's like, yo, if I'm going down, three professors are going down with me. Now, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Maybe she had, some kind of situation with those professors. Maybe they were giving her a little bit of extra tutelage. Or maybe they were the ones that said, hey, why don't you go do this? I don't know what happened, and quite honestly, it really and truly doesn't make any difference. If you get caught up in a situation, then you need to handle that. If you're 24 years old and you grown, got your master's, then you should be 24 years old and grown enough to handle the situation that you got yourself into, and trying to bring other people into your bullshit just ain't the way to do it. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section, because, Anyway, let's move on to our third story. Y'all already know, Spirit Airlines. Boy, of all the airlines that you want to play with, that is just not the one, okay? I'll jump right into this particular story right here, because this shit's hilarious to me.
You haven't lost your mind. Don't touch me ever in your life.
My man said don't touch me.
And then you got in my face. Don't ever invade my
face.
Get
out of my face!
No, I'm not.
You fucking faggot!
I'm here.
You fucking
I'm here.
fucking jabbing me more jabbing ass bitch!
You're touching me again.
You're fucking
touching me again.
The fuck out of my
touching
face,
me
bitch!
again.
It's all on camera,
It surely is.
You touched me.
Surely, but you in my personal space. You're in my personal space. You're in my personal space. Stay out of my personal space. She's touching me. She's touching me. And I'm telling you, don't.
He didn't want her. He said, I'm telling you. Oh, no.
Hey, stop it! Hey! Don't you ever put your hands on me! No, get this everybody back off from me! This bitch was not gonna fight that woman, man. No, watch out, man. You ain't gonna fight that woman, bro. You're not gonna fight that woman. You got the wrong person. Don't fight that woman, bro. You got the wrong person.
put my hand on
Don't, man, don't, you ain't gonna fight this woman.
Hey, relax, relax.
You ain't finna fight no woman.
I don't give a fuck.
Relax, 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 relax.
I fight whoever. I
Put your
fight
hands on
whoever.
me.
I
Take
fight
a deep
whoever.
breath.
Put your hands
I
on me.
fight whoever.
Put your hand.
I fight whoever. I fight whoever.
Knock your bitch ass
Just
out.
relax.
Knock me out. Knock your bitch ass out.
Deep
out.
breath.
Knock me
It's
out.
okay.
Trick ass.
It's
Knock me out.
okay.
You saw what she did. Don't
It's
talk to me.
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely need the bell on this one. Oh man, I wish my man Lorenzo was here tonight because I'm gonna need some security for the shit I'm about to say. Y'all, let me say this first and foremost, and this goes to both men and women out there. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. All right. It's like, I don't know what the hell it is where people think it's okay for them to put their hands on somebody else. But I will say this. I'm going to say this. And women want to act like a man and they want to, throw hands like a man and start doing all this other shit. But the minute that a man says, oh, who the fuck you hitting, and decides to pop your ass back like you a man, all of a sudden they want to hide in their femininity. That's one, and hide behind their womanhood. It's like, oh, Lordy, how could he put his hands on me? Hell, you shouldn't have put your hands on him. All right. Now, I am in no way, shape, manner, or form advocating for dudes to go around, Ike Turner-ing and Chris Browning the hell out of women. I'm not saying that at all. I am not saying that dude's supposed to just run around, beating the shit out of women. This ain't the 50s. These ain't the 40s. It's not that kind of party. I'm just saying. I am not saying that. What I am saying is this. Keep your fucking hands to yourself and you wouldn't have them problems. If you want to throw all them words and call them all kinds of things, call the man all kinds of, gay slurs and all kinds of whatever, that's fine. Words are words. And, that's fine. But the minute that you put your hands on somebody, it's game over. It's game over. That's all I'm saying. All right. That's one. The second thing as well is this. All of those dudes in that clip, all of them dudes didn't have none of that damn smoke for her when she put her hands on him. And all of a sudden, when he decided to be like, yo, who the fuck you, excuse me, who you hitting, and then retaliated, all of a sudden, hey, man, come on now. Again, I am not in any way, shape, manner, or form justifying that dude's actions. I'm not saying that it's okay. What I am saying is it's okay for you to defend yourself. If somebody put their hands on you, well, obviously, if you think you bad enough to whoop a man's ass and you popped him, then you better be ready for all the ramifications that come with you putting your hands on somebody. You saw it a couple months ago. There were some dudes on a plane that were fucking around with Mike Tyson. They were sitting behind Tyson and they kept either hitting him or hitting his seat. They turned around and they caught them hands of Mike Tyson. If you think you're going to bad enough, is another dude and he decided he wanted to come at Mike Tyson, shit, I'd rather put my hand in this flame than go do that. But if I think I'm bad enough to go up against Tyson, and you better be ready to suffer the consequences, good, bad, or indifferent. That's all I'm saying. And this also goes back, my third point with this also goes back to the culture of recording. I'm glad that somebody was recording this. I'm glad that somebody was there so that way you could see all aspects of the interaction, because if it was just reported, man hits, Spirit Airlines employee attacks woman. But if you watch the whole video, you see that, yeah, that's not exactly what happened. So I am glad that it was there. So again, let me be clear. I am not saying that it's okay for a man to hit a goddamn woman. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, women and men, keep your hands to yourself. And women, if you want to go attack a man or go try and fight a man like you're a man, don't be surprised when that man treats you like a man because you hit him like you're a damn man. That's all I'm saying. Keep your hands to yourself and you won't have them problems. Now, I will say this. When I played football back in high school, right, my position, I was a defensive end. and also play some offensive guard. And anybody that plays football, and I know football season's, popping off right now. I'm not fucking with the NFL, but I do enjoy the game and I will watch college, all right? But one thing that I do love is the fundamentals of the game. And it's this is my dude right here, though. All right. So one thing I do, like about this is that you've got the fundamentals of the game are very important. Let's watch this real quick.
Mr. Warren Sapp, I'm sorry for my actions. Son, if I knew I was working with talent like you, all right, I would have took this management position at Spirit a long time ago. All right, this lady in the Pat McAfee George tries to do a hit and run, right, like all her days through to her.
Look at the
right,
footwork.
little she knows is Spirit Airlines, right,
up,
Waffle House of Airlines, right, and this is what I like right here. What do I teach, guys? Low man wins, right, look at that leverage. All right, good hand fight, extend, follow through,
boom,
make the play.
tackle.
Right, look at your Kango, didn't even slip. All right, let's bring it back. Right, now if I can make one correction, right here where he still has his hands on you, right, you want to swipe at his elbow, throw that rip, right, then you're going to come through clean. Right, you can inflict even more damage. All right, but good job. Now I hope everybody was watching that, right? Because this is what I hate to see, and that's poor technique, right? I mean, Mr. Davis, I can see the fear in your hands.
Get the leverage.
Extended through your fingertips, right? You standing straight up, got no leverage, right? No wonder he's pushing you back like an Arizona barber.
Drop your ass back.
Right? Look, Coach Dirty, I don't even play football. He was going after my wife, so I just next time get out the way then.
Get out this goddamn.
Your wife can handle a sack. We all know that. She can handle a couple.
I will say this though, y'all. That dude from Spirit Airlines, that man said that, those hands were rated E for everybody because he damn sure gave her all of that. She asked for the smoke, and god damn it if he didn't give it to her. Man, oh man, my man gave her everything she was asking for. All right, next up. The next story that we have is Angela Yee. She's one of the trio of co-hosts of the show The Breakfast Club. And, oh shit, my bad, Panther. She's going to be retiring from, not retiring, let me stop. She is not retiring. In fact, how about me? I just shut the hell up and we all watch that thing together. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. She's retiring. No, she's moving on to bigger and better things.
They approached me up here at iHeart. Thea had to sit down with me and tell me that they are going to give me my very own show. And so part of that is I wasn't sure what was happening when she first told me, but I am going to be leaving the Breakfast Club. You guys obviously will continue on, and it'll be a different iteration of the Breakfast Club. But I will have my own show up here at iHeart as well. So I'll be
so when you say
part
your
of the
own
family.
Show, like a daily show.
Yes.
Like a daily show.
Yes, a nationally syndicated daily show.
And lip service.
And my podcast, Lip Service.
Would you let her do it?
What? I'm asking.
So, as you heard in that little clip right there, she is moving. She's going to be getting her own daily syndicated show. But one thing, and again, since this is a show for the fellas, I want to talk about a couple things that she said right there. She said that she had been basically one of the members of the Breakfast Club for the past 12 years. Then on top of that, she also has her own podcast. So saying all that to say she has been grinding. So it's not like she just popped up on the scene and be like, hey, look at me, and now next you know she's getting all these things. No, she's been putting in that work. And even prior to getting on the Breakfast Club, there was a couple other things that she's doing. Not to mention, even while she's running her other things, she's got a couple businesses, I want to say, in Michigan. I think it's a coffee shop. But anyway, she has got a lot of things going on, and she's been putting in that work. For my fellas, I definitely think that this is something that applies to us. That hard work. We live in a society, in a day and age, an era, I should say, where there isn't anything that you cannot do or you can't get information to do whatever it is that you want to go in and engage in. For instance, with this show right here, I can't tell you how many YouTube videos and reading reviews and Google reviews and things like that in order to set this show up. I could easily just do some different stuff, but if you look at the format, I know every week, we have some audio issues, and I'm always tweaking this and tweaking that. However, this is something that I enjoy doing. I've said it before. This is therapy to me. Plus, it's fun. Plus, it's like, shit, I enjoy it. So it's one of those things that if you want to do something, Just because you've been on a job for 12 years, 5 years, whatever, doesn't mean that you're stuck there. I had a friend of mine, this is a couple years ago. He was a truck driver. He got tired of driving trucks. So what did he do? He went back to school, used the Hope grant, the Hope scholarship here in Georgia, and he went to school to be a master mechanic, right? So now he just changed his whole trajectory. I did the same thing myself. I used to be in transportation, 20 plus years in transportation, y'all. If it had wheels on it, I could drive it. And I worked at the airport doing other things. And y'all know I love some damn planes. I got planes all over my desk right here. I love aircraft, so I enjoyed working at the airport. However, I was in transportation from the minute I graduated high school. I was working on trucks in the Army, came out of trucks, started driving them. Transportation I knew I was comfortable in, and God damn it, I was good at it. A couple years ago, I was like, yo, I need a break. I was burned out from it. I went from knowing with the company I was working for at the time, I was getting a paycheck every month. We got paid once a month, and I'd been there 4.5, 5 years. So for all of those months, 60 months, I got a paycheck a month. I got into real estate, and in real estate, I don't know if y'all remember that song, the line of that song Andre 3000 said, and it's a little bit different. If I don't move my feet, then I don't eat. That's how it is in real estate. If you're not working, you're not getting a commission. And if you ain't getting a commission, you ain't getting no damn money. So, but it's something that I've never looked back in. Don't get me wrong. I've kept my CDL, and there have been times, you got to do what you got to do. But my point is this. I also had another buddy of mine. He worked in a factory, and he'd been there like, almost 10 years, 12 years. I forget how long he was there. He was a supervisor position. He left that, went and got his certification to be HVAC tech. Ain't looked back either. I'm saying all that to say this. This ain't really about Angela Yee or anything else. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. I should say, she's moving on. All I'm saying, and the same thing applies as well to relationships, right? Just because you've been with somebody 15 years, 20 years, or, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, whatever the case may be. A lot of times people will stay in situations, in relationships where they're not necessarily happy. And I get it. The word happy is subjective. And I've said that I don't know how many times. Nobody can make you happy. If you put that burden of quote unquote happiness on somebody else to make you happy, you will always be disappointed because that person cannot make you happy. Happiness comes from within. And if you can't find your own happiness, God damn it, you need to get your ass in under some therapist's care, and you need to work on yourself, put in the work. However, if you are with somebody that doesn't necessarily provide you an environment where you can maximize your happiness, meaning they are just is pure chaos, or they're doing things that are detrimental to your mental health, your spiritual, whatever the case may be, then just because you've been with that person 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, doesn't mean that you're locked in. So you need to make the best assessment for you and your life and say, you know what, this ain't necessarily what I want, and move on and look for something better, or improve yourself so that way you can be fully vested in that relationship. Just like Angela Yee is moving on to bigger and better things. It's a bigger challenge. She's got her own show. That's the same thing that you can do in your life, bigger and better things for yourself. It's out there. The opportunities are out there. It's just up for you to make them and for you to take them. Next up, as I said, I am a big fan of single moms, but I'm not really too crazy about BBLs, right? I just something about them. I just not too crazy about BBLs. I just am not. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna have that. Yeah, we're not gonna have that copyright, y'all. Okay. We've been talking about bad BBLs for a while, and that right there is probably maybe one of the cringiest ones I've seen. So the controversy with this one, y'all, for lack of a better word, the controversy with this particular situation is that you have somebody who has a less than stellar BBL, or a bubble, as I like to call it. All right. And if you know that, I think that a lot of people, first of all, I want to ask this for my fellas out there. Okay. I just need to know. And let me ask my ladies first. What would you need to do in order, or what would it take? Let me say it this way. Would you get a BBL first and foremost? And if you did consider one, why? All right. I'm genuinely asking that question. Now, for my fellas out there, let me ask this. Would you want your lady, if you're in a relationship of whatever level, would you want your lady to get a BBL? And have you ever asked a woman to get a BBL or to get butt injections, breast, augment, whatever? Have you ever done that? So I've always been curious of that. Me personally, nah. What you got's what you got. You got to make the most of it. It is what it is. That's how I've always felt about it. Now, who knows? You might see me, coming through one day, and I might, definitely get me a little, get some work done. That's all I'm saying. But I don't necessarily see that happening. So, the issue that I have, and this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Oh, snap. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where, if you say something and, you put it out there, what the hell is going on? Okay, that was weird. And you know what your body looks like. And just because somebody makes fun of you because you got a body like that, that's when you start hearing everybody's a hater and this, that, and the third. So the young lady that was in that video that we just saw, her name was what's her name? Chinese Kitten. Y'all know I'm not too familiar with them reality shows. Ain't but one reality show I really get into, and that's Ready to Love. In fact, that's going to be popping off in a few, so I got to get ready to watch that. But anyway, what she said was this. Be the same weird, I think I can fuck it. The same weird ass bitches who follow and like all my pics. Any opportunity you ugly asses get to hate on the next chick. I don't see how that is considered hating. Your body is your body, and yeah, okay. Y'all take it. That's called being miserable. Bish, you're miserable and ugly. I get it though. It's one of those things, man. It never fails to amaze me when people look a certain way. And again, this is not about body shaming. I am not in any way shaming anybody about their body. What you have is what you have. And if you got the bread to augment your body and look how you want to look, that's fine. However, you're going to get these jokes, I guess is the best way to put it, right? I just don't understand it. It's like there is a point in time where you can do too much. And I think that we are seeing more and more and more and more women that in my opinion, are doing too much. And I guess the question is, what is too much? Because, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And again, it's their body, it's their life. And if they want to do whatever they will with it, that's fine. However, our society as a whole has gotten to be just, the proportions are just exaggerated. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to make, my personal opinion, if you want to, nip tucks and, you want to put a little bit more in the donkey and you want to, lift up the breasticles, all right, fine, whatever. But once you start, getting things to the point to where it is like obscenely just huge, then I guess that right there is where I'm like, yo, come on, man, you doing too much. So with this one right here, I'm just not a fan of BBLs. Well, let me not lie. I'm not a fan of the BBLs that make somebody look like, what was that damn movie, Ants? And that's exactly how this young lady looked. What's her name in this video right here? It's like, yo, those proportions are crazy to me. And it doesn't look natural, so therefore I just don't particularly find that attractive. Y'all let me know in the comments if you think that, hey, this is the look, but for me, yeah, that just ain't it. No, thank you. No, thank you. Y'all, I'm gonna wrap this show up. This one has been a fun show. I mean, it's a lot of things. Again, rest in peace to the coach that was killed. Mike Hickman. I want to make sure I get that brother's name right. that story really, yeah, Mike Hickman was his name. That story really and truly, it bothered me. It still bothers me because it's like, I don't know what it is about Texas. I just do not know what it is about Texas. But then again, it's all over the country. I mean, gun violence is gun violence, but y'all, you're at a youth football game. I mean, again, just like we were saying, as far as, taking nude pictures in front of a stand, the same thing, the same rules apply, as it were, to, popping off at a damn youth football game. I mean, it's like, Jesus friggin' Christ. It's too damn much. It is absolutely too much. Speaking of too much, let's talk about next week. Next week. First things first. I didn't do a review of Ready to Love last week, but I think I should be able to get to one tonight. Last week, got a whole bunch of stuff happening, and it's just one thing on top of another. Damn cars in the shop. If anybody wants to buy a 2002 Hyundai Sonata, holla at me. I can make a good deal for you because this car's getting on my nerves. Anyway, again, but Ready to Love. If all goes well this weekend, I will be doing a review for that one. The show drops. The show is tonight at 8:00 Eastern, so I am looking forward to that. And once the show comes out, I will be doing my review. Should be dropping on Monday. Again, if all goes well, I should be able to do the review. And also on Tuesday, the next episode of the CM show is going to be dropping. Y'all, it's Virgo season. That means it's all about the virgin and all of that, right? So if for all you Virgos that are out there, man, Leo season is coming to an end. And y'all know next up is going to be Virgo season. So we're going to be talking to all y'all Virgos. And talking about Virgos like we always do, all of the traits of that particular zodiac sign. That's what we're going to be talking about. So on Tuesday, next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about Virgos. So, wrapping this show up, y'all. I appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate y'all showing love. Make sure, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and share the content, please. I need the support. Tickle the algorithm for me. If you haven't already done so, I see everybody in the chat. Please hit the like button and support me because I have a goal that I'm trying to get to, and I need your help to get there. Y'all, hope you had a great week. This week, as I said, has been exhausting. Had a lot of stuff going on, and man, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Speaking of the airport, it's been a lot. Anyway, man, anyway, y'all have a good week. I will see y'all next week. And as always, man, y'all stay determined. Have a good one.